Now, those of you that have been following for some time, you know that NEO is one of the stocks that we discuss a lot on this channel. Now, today I've got wonderful news, of which we had sort of like covered in some of the previous videos. We were discussing about this NEO stock that tomorrow, guys, NEO will be live streaming their listing in Singapore. Now, this is something that, of course, to investors is wonderful news. But before we get deep into the news, please do make sure that if you like the content that I'm giving you about NEO, you hit that likes button and subscribe. That if you've not subscribed to the channel already, because like I said, NEO is one of the stocks that we discuss a lot onto this channel, because I personally believe that this is a stock which is just set to do very well, because its future prospects and its fundamentals are just so amazing. So please do make sure that you hit that likes button if you enjoy the content that I'll be dropping for you on this video about this NEO stock listing or streaming live its listing in Singapore tomorrow. Now, you already know that NEO is the very first EV company or car company or automaker to list in 3 different areas. It is the first company to list in New York, Hong Kong, and now Singapore tomorrow. This is the first automaker to list in 3 different areas, which is something that I personally believe that is a good thing, as it also gives opportunity to a wide range of course, retail investors or investors to come and purchase or buy these NEO shares. So we read that NEO will live stream this listing on Friday or tomorrow around 8:39 a.m. Singapore time, which of course I personally will also try to watch that live stream. I mean, I'm in South Africa, so I will just have to make sure that I get the times accurately, so that at least I can see the live stream, of which it will be live streamed on their YouTube, Facebook, and their other social media platforms, which of course myself, I think the most convenient one for me will be YouTube. I'll go in and I'll be watching this live stream taking place, of which I'm really excited about it. Like I said, it attracts or it gives opportunities to a wide range of investors to come in and invest or buy this NEO stock. Now, you will know by now that both this Singapore and Hong Kong listing are secondary listing, and New York or their listing on the New York Stock Exchange remains a primary listing. Now, some of the people were asking me that, is NEO doing this because they are going to be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange? And my answer is simple, no, because NEO has already came out and did give assurance to its retail investors that they will make sure that they comply in all the areas where they are listed. So they will comply in New York, Hong Kong, and also Singapore. They will comply in all these places or these markets where they are currently listed, which is something that I personally think that it gives you assurance and comfortability as a retail investors, knowing very well that NEO is not doing this because they want to delist from the New York Stock Exchange, but they are doing this just to reach a wide range or a base of investors to come in and buy or invest into their company. I mean, all this listing, another benefit is that it gives flexibility to investors, because now not only can investors participate in during the New York stock market session, they can also participate in Hong Kong or even Singapore. They can participate in different time frames, provided that their brokers allows them to buy stocks in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and Singapore Stock Exchange, which this is another added advantage to the investors or the retail investors that would want to buy this NEO stock and also get to see the returns that retail investors like us are going to reap in the long term. So getting to see that this is finally taking place tomorrow, I think as an investor, it makes me to be really excited, because NEO is a company that is doing very well in terms of course, their latest developments and their fundamentals. I mean, this stock, you remember that they've started delivering their first sedan called the T7, which by the way they started delivering it around March of this year, which is something that is incredible. And with the upcoming ET5 also, which they're set to start with their deliveries or their deliveries of that model around September of this year, it's another benefit, another catalyst that of course will make NEO to do very well, because you remember that the pre-orders of the ET5 have surpassed all of the pre-orders of NIO's previous models, which is something that is of course of advantage. And of course the upcoming ES7, which is set to compete with the BMW X5, it's another reason why I believe that NIO will do very well. Now you remember that not only is NIO of course releasing new models, but they are also ramping up their production, which is something that is very important, because you remember that in their current factory, the Jack NIO factory, we know that at the end of this first half we expect, or NIO has said that they believe that the capacity for that factory will be around 300,000 with double shift, and with NIO Park also coming to start with the production of the ET5 in September, which by the way the annual production is 1 million EVs, is another advantage or good fundamental onto this NIO stock, because then that just means that NIO will be able to deliver more cars. And with its a brand, we read wonderful news to say that they are in a process of constructing a plant that will specifically be producing their sub brand, which of course it's something that is incredible, because this will just make or propel NIO to flourish in the future. Now NIO is a company that of course, when you even look at their balance sheet, it is a company that is doing quite well. It's a company with a good strong balance sheet, which is something that of course gives comfortability to investors, as it offers the highest level of liquidity. This is something that of course investors like, because its short-term obligations and operating expenses can be easily covered by the cash balance that NIO currently have. So this is a company that not only is it just producing car or selling their cars, but they are also making sure that their balance sheet becomes stronger, which is something that I believe it is the reason why it's attracting, or it continues attracting, institutional investors and retail investors to come and buy this NIO stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you this quick update about this NIO stock, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please do make sure that you hit that likes button. And like I said in the beginning of this video, this is not a professional financial advice video. This video was just an entertainment video. These were just my opinions on the NIO stock. And of course, if you enjoyed, please hit that likes button. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And God bless you all.